welcome back to my channel. So the first thing I want to address is that my hair looks awful right now because I popped my neck out of place, and so I can't do much with my hair because I can't brush it because it'll pull my neck too much, and I can't put it up because my neck cannot support it being up right now. So this is it until my neck gets better. There's another thing that I want to address, and that is why I have been off of YouTube for so long. And I'm just going to tell you guys a little bit about my first half of the year. So I'm still in college right now. This is my last semester. I am in my final exams week. Things are finally starting to dwindle down, which is why I'm finally able to make another YouTube video. I was not able to make a YouTube video pretty much the entire semester because it is my senior semester and I was taking 24 hours of credits. Now, what they recommend you to take is 12 to 15 hours. So I was taking basically 2 semesters in 1 semester. The most you can take is 18 hours without getting special permission. The most you can take with permission is 25 hours. So I was taking only an hour under that, and because all of my classes are in hours of 3, I was taking the most hours I could possibly take in order to graduate on time. I'm not saying any of that to brag or anything. I'm saying it to explain to you guys why I've been so stressed and why I have had literally no time to film a YouTube video until this point. So now that I'm finished, I think I'm going to spend about a year really truly focusing on my YouTube channel and just giving it 100% of my effort, so that way I can see if giving it 100% of my effort I could succeed on YouTube, because I have not had the time to give prior to this. Alright, now with all the disclaimers and all the talk stuff out of the way, let's get into today's video, which is why I believe Mirabel doesn't have powers. Well, I shouldn't say why I believe Mirabel doesn't have powers. These are the 3 theories that I'm going to be talking about as to why Mirabel doesn't have powers. The first 2 that I'm going to be talking about are very much found on the internet. I could credit some people, but honestly, I don't know who the original is for either theory. I've seen both of these theories multiple times on the internet, and then the third one, to my own knowledge, is a theory that I came up with. If somebody else has come up with this theory somewhere else, then I apologize for taking credit for it, because that is absolutely not my intention. I'm just trying to, film a fun video. So the first theory that I want to talk about is that Mirabel wipes her hands on her pants. If you look at Mirabel's ceremony and you compare it to Antonio's ceremony, which the movie does for us, so it almost seems like the movie is trying to hint that there is a difference between Mirabel and Antonio's ceremony. They're almost identical up until the point that Mirabel wipes her hands on her pants and Antonio doesn't. The thought process behind this theory is that the candle provides the magic. And because the candle provides the magic, Mirabel would need waxy fingers when she touches the door, and her lack of waxy fingers is what causes the door to not appear for her, but causes it to appear for Antonio. Now, me personally, this is not the theory that I believe, just because I think it's a little too easy, if that makes sense. I mean, I think it's an interesting theory, and it was definitely a good catch by the fans who caught it, but I believe in the third theory that I'm going to talk about. But let's get into the second theory. The second theory is that Mirabel does actually have a gift, and I could definitely believe this one. The theory is that Mirabel has Abuela's gift, which is to protect the family and protect the magic. I can see evidence of this in the song The Family Madrigal, whenever it mentions Luisa and Isabella being the beauty and the brawn. There's a common trope in films throughout history of the beauty, the brains, and the brawn. Disney itself has followed this theory. If we look at Peter Pan, you have Wendy Darling being the brawn. She is the brave one, she's the more adventurous one, and she fits the stereotype of the brawn. Then you have her younger brother, I believe his name is John. he fits more of the stereotype of the brains. And because the baby is so young, he fits the stereotype of being the beauty. He doesn't really provide much other than just being cute. Now, if you also look at the movie Homeward Bound, which I believe that Disney either made or at least now owns, if not, then I apologize, and this is irrelevant. But I believe that Disney either owns or made the movie. And if you look at that movie, you have that same trope of Shadow, I believe, is the oldest dog. Shadow is definitely the bronze of the three of them, where you have Sassy, who is the brains, and then you have Chance, who doesn't really do much. He's kind of getting them into trouble, but he's definitely, in my opinion, the cutest. So he is the beauty of the group. So, and he's also the young, new dog on the block. So he's the beauty of the group. This being a common trope in films, especially in Disney films, I think provides substantial evidence that it could be a trope that was used in this movie. And if Mirabel's gift is being the brains, it makes sense because she needs brains to protect the magic and protect the family. And she also, we see her in the movie demonstrate a capability of taking care of the magic. She has no idea where to start. She doesn't know much about anything. She just hears or thinks that the magic might be dying. There are cracks in the house and she thinks the magic might be dying. And because of this, she begins plotting. She knows nothing about it, nowhere to start, and she starts asking members of her family. She starts piecing things together. She goes into Bruno's room, she finds Bruno, and she starts piecing things together as to how she's going to save the family. And she would have been successful if it had not been for Abuela and her fight in the casita. Mirabel demonstrates the capability to take care of the magic. The third theory that I want to talk about is that, this is my own theory, by the way. I read an article just today. I was doing a little bit of research for this video, and I came across an article that said that one of the directors said that the reason that the candle flickers during Mirabel's ceremony is because the candle comes from Abuela's unconditional love of the family, and because she's disappointed when the house does not give Mirabel a gift, the candle flickers because her feelings flicker. My theory kind of plays off of that idea, and that is we see that Bruno had the vision or the prophecy before Mirabel's ceremony that Mirabel is going to do some kind of destruction to their house. If Abuela had somehow come across the mirror that Mirabel finds that has the vision on it, I think it would be safe to bet that Abuela's love for Mirabel would flicker slightly. I don't think she would hate her, but I think she would be so worried about what Mirabel could do to the family, to cause pain to the family, that she would almost put up a wall. And so whenever Mirabel's ceremony happens, she's so worried that Mirabel's going to do something to hurt the family that she causes a block that causes Mirabel not to receive a gift. And I think, in my opinion, that this is proven throughout the movie. The candle flickers after Mirabel's ceremony, because once Mirabel doesn't get a gift, because I think that she was putting up this block subconsciously. So once Mirabel doesn't get a gift, she's now even more upset with Mirabel. And not that she believes that any of this is Mirabel's fault, but now she's even more upset with Mirabel because now Mirabel is the only person in the family who's not magical, and she thinks that she is taking away from the magic of the house. This theory only progresses as the movie goes on. So after she doesn't get the gift, her love dwindles even more and the candle flickers. Then, as Mirabel starts trying to fix things, and things in Abuela's eyes are starting to go wrong, and she thinks that Mirabel is the reason that the house is losing its magic, her love for Mirabel flickers even more. And whenever they get into that fight in Casita, that's when Abuela is so angry with Mirabel that I believe she feels almost no love for her in that moment. She's so blindsided by her anger and her worry that she's not capable of feeling love for Mirabel. And because Abuela is no longer feeling unconditional love for every single member of the family, the magic then dies. And the magic does not return until Abuela is able to feel love for every single member of the family again. And once she does that, what happens in the movie? The house built it, or the house doesn't build itself. The house becomes magical again. And so I believe that is why Mirabel, that is my opinion as to why Mirabel does not receive a gift. So those are the 3 theories that I'm going to be talking about in today's video. Let me know in a comment down below what you think, and if you have your own theories about why Mirabel doesn't receive a gift, or if there's anything else that you want me to talk about. Like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I am going to start posting more regularly because I am out of school now, and I'm going to have a lot more time on my hands, fortunately, finally, to be able to start posting, hopefully consistently. I'm not sure by consistently how often I mean yet. It could be once a week, it could be twice a week. We will have to see as things go. Till then, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.